Will, we saw you at Resurgence on August 14th, and I think that the question that's been buzzing ever since, and something I want to start off with, is the object that's sitting on your right shoulder. So for the people that have perhaps missed Resurgence and missed the return of Will Ospreay, what is that object sitting on your shoulder?
This is the real IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. You know, the one that I never lost. You know, the one that where I had that serious injury against Shingo Takagi. Still beat him, and was stripped of it afterwards. I just needed 4 months off, Chris. I don't think that's a lot. Especially a champion of my caliber, a guy that carried the flag for New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they stripped me of my championship. I didn't lose no championship. As far as I'm concerned, I am the undefeated IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
And there was a statement that was put out that you had vacated the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
I just needed time off. I was in pain. I was in agony. And yet I still pushed through every single time. And then when my body gave up, I didn't give up. My body gave up. New Japan took the title off me.
In your opinion, physical belt notwithstanding, what you hold represents the real IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
It is the real IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Chris, was I pinned?
No, you were not.
Was I submitted?
No, you were not.
Was I counted out?
No, you were not.
Was I DQ'd?
No.
Has anyone beaten me for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship?
No, they haven't.
Full stop. I am the World Heavyweight Champion. Dude, I'm just protesting right now. I'm protesting right now because how dare they? You just need to call that thing the interim World Championship. And the moment they say that, Chris, the moment it's called the interim World Heavyweight Championship, I'll be on the first flight over.
So in the meanwhile, I'm going to make my home right here at New Japan Strong. And to the much relief of everybody back here, I'm sure that they can use a genuine star right now, because if we are relying on those LA Dojo losers, this show might as well be flushed down the toilet.
First of all, it's still on New Japan's platform, and there were so many rumors that I was going somewhere else. I ain't going anywhere. Everybody knows that if you are the best wrestler in the world, that you are on top of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, I'm protesting against Japan. I'm protesting about going back there. Just because if they're going to whack a title on some fake dragon loser, then why would I need to go? I don't need to prove anything. You know what? I'll go over there and I'll test myself against those guys because they seem to appreciate me. They seem to want to challenge me. And you know what? Like I said in the ring, Chris, it needs star power. It needs a guy that can take it to the next level. Well, I am the best wrestler not just in Japan, Chris, in the world. I have over my shoulder, once upon a time, Hulk Hogan, no matter what anyone says about him, while he was holding the WWF World Championship, he said that it was a toy compared to the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. So here it is, the biggest star in wrestling today, the biggest attraction in wrestling today, the greatest pro wrestler alive today is going to be a part of New Japan Strong. And now all the eyes are on there.
You were appreciated, or you feel appreciated on Strong, but you certainly didn't endear yourself to the members of the LA Dojo specifically. And that resulted in TJP, Carl Fredericks, Clark Connors coming out to greet you. What sort of prompted that diatribe against the LA Dojo boys?
My main gripe with it is they're being trained by a guy that we all bow down and respected and said that he was a killer. You guys are, and let's be honest, he is. Why would I listen to a guy like Shibata who hasn't done nearly the things that Will Ospreay has accomplished? instead of the LA dojo, what it really should be, it should be the Ospreay dojo. It should be me training those guys. And hey, look, if those guys like Carl Fredericks and Clark Connors got on their hands and knees and said, Will, Shibata doesn't know anything. You're obviously the greatest pro wrestler in the world today. Please train us. Let us join the United Empire. And I'd say, hey, you can't join the United Empire just like that. You know, carry my bags a couple of days, like come to my dojo sessions. I'll make you guys a star. And then when you're good enough, then maybe I'd let you join. But until then, guys like Carl Fredericks and Carl Connors, man, they just gripe on me because they just got everything. It's not a dojo. They got things handed to them. It's just a publicity stunt. It just annoys me. So you know what? No, I'm gonna call the LA dojo a bunch of bitches. I'm gonna insult them and I'm gonna push their buttons because then when they get in the ring with me and I embarrass them, it's just gonna be me proving my damn point. They don't produce stars. Look at me, star, and gets the job done. Carl Fredericks has not got the job done. He had a championship match, lost. And I think he lost to Shibata's move as well. The old sleeper PK. It's embarrassing.
You did mention on social media that you would be putting that championship up for grabs against Carl Fredericks.
Yeah, I made a mistake there, Chris, as well. I did make a mistake. Sometimes it hits me hard, but you know, I said it was the first defense, and I can only apologize. I meant to say it was my first defense in the United States, but this is the second defense of the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I will not ignore what I did. I will not ignore the fact that I'm unpinned, unbeaten, undefeated. So this is the second defense against Carl Fredericks. How lucky.
This is where the real world champion is. Right here. Unpinned, unsubmitted, undefeated.
What I haven't got to be scared of anyone or anything. So if you think you're honestly better than me, you honestly think you're on my level, step up. I am the IWGP. I am the start of the line. I am everything that is right about pro wrestling right now. So, you know, no, this is sanctioned by the IWGP because I am the IWGP.
While you're active here in the United States over the coming months, of course, Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb are active in Japan. And so you mentioned the United Empire earlier on. To clear away any potential dispersions, the United Empire is still very much united and active on two continents right now and potentially recruiting in two continents right now. Okay, is it safe to say that?
I do. I'm not going to lie to you when I say that there has been talks, and maybe I've got some guys already signed up. Maybe there's some guys in the background that you guys don't know about, but you know, maybe you just need to keep your eye on New Japan Strong and seeing who I've got.
Here, your final thoughts for Carl Fredericks and your final thoughts for the fans wanting to buy tickets at the Curtis Caldwell Center, September 25th, 26th in Dallas.
That man was handed his opportunity. Didn't work as hard as anyone else. He didn't work harder than me, especially. I walked in and became champion. I walked in and got everybody talking about New Japan. And he's done nothing. He's a no one. You know what it is? He's a basic. I am going to dismantle that guy. And anyone that's ever just thought, God, I just really want to punch Carl Fredericks in the face, you get that chance. It's happening in Dallas. Night one. I have got all the opportunity under the sun to grab that man and punch him as many times in the face. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit my elbow right into the back of that man's skull and watch his brains just splatter across that beautiful blue canvas. Now, I hope to see you all there because, you know, a big championship, the championship is going to be on the line. The most important championship is going to be on the line. The real IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. And after that, maybe I'm going to call out somebody else, maybe someone of a big name. You know, maybe you guys need to keep looking out because there's a lot of free agents right now. Maybe I've got already someone lined up for my next opponent, you know? So maybe you guys need to be at Dallas and show up and see who's next after that little Carl Fredericks.